Alright, how are we doing today? I am doing amazing, as you can tell. I don't know why that Stream Elements bot showed up on the video. It's supposed to not show up on that chat widget, but it's fine. Something that I noticed in the last stream, I was just like watching some of it back, and it seemed like sorry if that was loud. It seemed like my mic was like not it was too loud or something, so I tried to turn it down, so hopefully it's not too quiet. Yo, Dimer Boy and Guy and Agili, what is up, my lovely people, lovely viewers? What's the date today? 10/27/22. That's the date, forever cemented in the video. There we go. I guess if you're in like Europe or something, it's probably 10/28 maybe. So depending on where you are, it might be, you know, in the future. But for me, it's 10/27. Should I start saying the date at the beginning of every stream? Like welcome everyone to today's stream on 10/20. It is 10/27. It's a wonderful fall day outside, and yeah, it's great to be here. I don't know, like a typical podcaster or something, even though this isn't a podcast. Yeah. Anyway, we can start playing. I don't mean to keep you waiting. I know everybody loves watching me play Ocarina of Time so much. If you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know what date. Oh, actually, I think, hang on. I think the game audio might have been kind of high. So let's try it at 10, and we'll see. I don't want my voice to be, like, muffled out or something, because I feel like that happens sometimes, and I don't like it. Anyway, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know what day it was. Well, the day is Thursday, but the date is 10/27. Did I already get this? I must have, yeah. So some people like Thursday. I do not actually. I think, actually, I don't know. This week has went by so fast. Like, I honestly don't even know what to think. Like, the last few weeks have gone by so fast. Like, last weekend, also welcome Red Hood Dragon. Love to see you here. Like the last like 3 weeks have gone by so fast, I feel like. Oh wait, I can't actually do anything in here. Yeah, like, I don't know, this week and last week, like, it feels like it was just last weekend. Me and Tim went to, like, an apple orchard, and it feels like that just happened, and it's already, like, almost next weekend again. The next weekend again. So, yeah, time goes by so fast, it's crazy. Where's the next TTT talk? We may be recording it tomorrow, I don't know. Actually, Sam did ask us if we wanted to, if we wanted to record it tomorrow, and Josh didn't really, well, he said, like, kind of sarcastically, like, record now, but I couldn't now because it was yesterday. And I said maybe, because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow at 7 p.m., which is the only time during the week that Sam can record, literally ever. So that's the time we have to schedule it at. For some reason, he's always late, or he's always busy. Because, you know, life of a YouTuber, I guess you're always busy. I wouldn't know. Pumpkin Patch when? So we might actually be going to, like, a haunted corn maze or something this weekend. I don't really know yet. We haven't really figured it out entirely, but it might be happening. Also, welcome MZov17. I will be completely honest, I do not recognize your name entirely, but it's great to have you here. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so that haunted corn maze is technically at a pumpkin patch, so we might be going to one this weekend. But I don't really know. We don't really plan that many things in advance, which just because we're both kind of busy with things a lot of the time, so. But yeah, Hollow Weekend is this weekend, so that's also fun. Even though I don't really do anything. Some people like go out and party and stuff, but I'm not that big of a partier. And I don't really... Yeah, I mean, I'm not in college anymore, so, you know, it's like illegal. Just kidding, it's not. So, yeah. Next TTT talk might be happening next week, or it might be, like, up next week. I don't know. If it happens tomorrow... I don't even have any gameplay recorded for it or anything. I need to do that. I should just, like, play Splatoon and record it or something. That's probably what I'll do. Every time I've been... So, before Splatoon 3 came out, I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles, as I think I mentioned on my other streams. Once Splatoon 3 came out, that was kind of, like, dominating my entire gaming, playing. So it's been hard to like put Splatoon down, honestly. Like even when there's not like a Splatfest or anything. I mean, there is one in November, but there's not one right now. So yeah, it's like really addicting actually. Like every time I want to pick up a different game, like I just bought Cuphead the other day because I've never played that before, and it's like hard to not play Splatoon. Like it's hard to play a different game. Anyway, I come from that one Blowblack stream you were in. You seem chill, so yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we love our Blowblacks fans here. Mostly everybody that watches me is or used to be a Blowblacks fan, so we welcome all of you with open arms, and I am glad that you find me chill enough to join the stream. We love that. Yeah, welcome. But, yeah, I also don't know, because... Yeah, it used to be. Well, I don't know. Some people could be like a fallen fan of Josh. I don't know. He's a pretty big... I feel like he's a big enough creator to have used to be fans. I don't know. But we love him. We love his fans. We love everybody. So, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I don't know if like he's allowed to upload like on a different channel or something, like if we did do a TTT talk. So I don't even know if we'd like be allowed to upload it because he's like banned on his account or whatever because of that video that YouTube had that bullshit copyright, or not copyright, a nudity strike or whatever. Yeah. I don't really know what like the rules are for that. He'd probably know better than me, so. But he seemed open to recording the next podcast, so I would think that we could do it. Miss the Bobby. Yeah. That's so funny. People call him that. Yeah. Whoa, that did not explode the way I thought it was going to. Yeah, so TBA on the next Trashy Trio podcast, but it has been a while, so theoretically we do have a lot to talk about. I mean, most of it would probably be stuff that I've said on stream already, concerning like major life events for me. But, you know, I haven't said it in like an official video or on TTT. And there's definitely people that only watch TTT and not me individually, so those people wouldn't know yet. meant to change that to hold. Josh is cool, but I tend to leave if no one else is in since I don't really get Splatoon or Pikmin. Oh. Sorry, I'm playing another Nintendo game then. Yeah, he does play those a lot. But, yeah. I guess I'm just playing another Nintendo game. So hopefully you get Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Or even just Ocarina of Time. You don't really have to get the Randomizer, just like... It's not all Nintendo games, just those new ones. Oh. I mean, Pikmin is like... Well, I know he was playing Pikmin 2 the other day, which is technically like a... Came out in, what, 2004? That's almost a 20-year-old game, so... But I know what you mean. Like, if you've never seen it before, like... Especially because he plays, like, I know he was playing, like, that mod where it's just, like, one big cave. If you, like, don't know what's going on, it could be, like, a little... confusing, especially because he doesn't really... I mean, he has other stuff to talk about, so he doesn't really explain, like, what he's doing, which makes sense. Sometimes he does. But yeah. And Splatoon, I don't know, I like Splatoon. Sometimes I play Splatoon. I was just talking about how I can't put the game down, so maybe I'll play it on here at some point. I don't know. We'll see. For now, though, we're playing Ocarina of Time, and we love it. Also, I didn't even realize I had these. We love that, too. But yeah, I mean, I play, like, Mario Galaxy mods, too. I don't know if you were here, like... Fuck, it was almost like 2 weeks ago at this point. This is what I'm talking about. It's, time's going by so fast. But yeah, like 2 Sundays ago, I was playing Mario Galaxy mod. Technically Mario Galaxy 2. So sometimes I play those. Also, I really hate having to select these items from the second stick. It's super annoying. Whatever. Ooh, golden gauntlets. That's... We might actually be able to beat the randomizer with that, because I think the only one I needed to beat was the... Was it the... I don't even remember. I thought it might have been the light one, but I might be thinking of the seed that I played before this one. Like, just on my own. But anyway, shit. How is everybody doing? Anyone have any exciting Halloween plans? I don't know. I don't, like I said. Just, you know, work. Which isn't an exciting Halloween plan. It's so weird because, I don't know, I feel like well, I've never really liked Halloween, if I'm being honest. I think it's kind of a stupid holiday, and I really don't like children that much, so I think they're kind of annoying, like, running around. So I'm definitely going to be one of those people when I get older and, like, own my own house that just, like, sets the bowl of candy out, or just, like, doesn't do Halloween. I don't know, maybe I would be. My dad always, like, decorates our house, which is pretty cute. I don't know if he did it this year. I haven't been home since, in, like, a month or so. My exciting Halloween plan is playing Resident Evil 4 since it's, like, 70% off. Yeah, I saw that all of those games were like, really, discounted, like, on Steam, I think. And some people here wanted me to play them at some point, so I was, like, considering getting them. Oh, but I guess if they're not discounted anymore, I don't know. I've never played a Resident Evil game. So I don't know how I would like it. I never really have played that many horror games in general, actually. Now that I kind of think about it. I'm not really a horror game kind of person. I don't know. I don't like many like horror movies either. Not because I get like scared. A lot of them I just think are kind of stupid. Although I did just buy Dead by Daylight because my boyfriend plays that game a lot. So, and that game's pretty fun, but not specifically because of like the horror aspect. It's just a fun game. In fact, I think the horror aspect is just kind of weird. Like the fucking I can barely stand when you're like getting picked up and put on like the hook or whatever, and it makes like that squelching noise, and then the scream that some of the characters make. Like I don't like that. It's not like scary. It's just gross. Like I don't want to think about the I don't want to think about the fucking hook ripping through the flesh of the person that you're playing as. It's not even like graphic either. It literally just like it literally just like phases through their like model. It's kind of funny actually. It's actually kind of funny watching my boyfriend play it though, because he plays this on his like on his like HP like laptop that he uses for school. That's actually pretty new. He got it like last year, or this year? No, I think it was last year. Maybe the beginning of this year. But he got it like recently, so it's not like bad, but it still kind of lags a bit. So it's kind of funny watching him play it sometimes. Resident Evil 4 isn't really horror. It's definitely got scares, but it's mostly turning tank controls into action. That's interesting. I don't know if I played like many games with tank controls either, if I'm being honest. Like, I know what you mean, I think. Like where you just move the direction with like the stick, and then you kind of use like a button to dictate your speed or whatever. Pretty sure that's like tank controls. I thought most of them were like first person though. See, I know absolutely nothing. I actually, I used to, like right after the PS4 Slim or whatever it's called came out, I bought one because I wanted to play, I don't know if I really wanted to play anything specific, but I got one because I thought there was games I could play, and then I ended up returning it like a few weeks later. But one of the games I got with it was like Resident Evil 6 or something. I don't really know, but I never ended up playing it. I just like bought it because it was like $10 at Best Buy or something. It's like you go forwards and back, turning to the sides. There's no strafing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like that would take some getting used to, if I'm being honest. Like, I think I know what you mean. But I just haven't played many games that have that control style. So... it does, it's outdated as hell. Oh. Well, that makes sense. Don't people really like the new Resident Evil games that came out? Like the... what was it, like 7 and 8 or something? I think I've heard people say really good things about those ones. Maybe those ones don't have tank controls. I actually have no idea. I thought they were first person. But maybe not. I know absolutely nothing. All the time about everything. But yeah, maybe I'll play something like that at some point. I don't know. Just all these like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these like non-Nintendo games, and this is what turned me off of a lot of them, like before I kind of started trying to get into more non-Nintendo games kind of like recently. They're just like all kind of the same, like dark, and like gritty. And I don't know, they just all kind of look the same. And it's really boring. And if you can't tell, I like my colorful, fun Nintendo games. So, I don't know, it's always just kind of like turned me off from a lot of those games. So like, I really don't play. Like, only recently, well, I guess, like, it was probably, like, almost 2 years ago at this point, I got, like, BioShock on the Nintendo Switch. And that's a really fun game, but I always kind of lumped it in with, like, all the other, like, first-person whatever games, even though it's, like, a really fun first-person, like, single-player game. Like, it's not really, like, a multiplayer shooter or anything, which I kind of always lump them into that category. But it's not like that. It's, like, its own thing. I don't think I finished it, though. It's weird because I also have it on Steam, but I just never really played it. But, like, that's a really fun game. And same thing with, like, Fallout. That's also a really fun, like, single-player, first-person game. That one well, at least, like, Fallout 3, was playing that. Before, like, Fallout 4 came out, actually. So for a pretty long time. A lot of the fun shooters are old. After Call of Duty, it kind of started to blend together. Yeah, I always just kind of lump them in as, like, Call of Duty. And I've never played a Call of Duty game, so... I just feel like they're kind of bland. And, like, they're all, like, war-themed, or at least most of them. Like, I used to be friends with people who played, like, PS3 and PS4 a lot in, like, high school. And sometimes I just hear them talk about it or see them play it sometimes, and I just be like, this just does not seem like fun. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Didn't they make like a Call of Duty that's like in space though or something? That seems kind of cool. Or at least I feel like I remember seeing something like that. But clearly it's not cool enough for me to actually play it, so... It's really not that. Maybe it wasn't that cool. But yeah, I've been trying to broaden my game experience lately, so maybe I should play something like Resident Evil. I've been trying to like be more open to the idea, because I recently, at the beginning of this year, I like I did like a big upgrade for my PC. It wasn't like terrible before, but the last time I put new parts in it was in 2014, so most of them are pretty old. So I got like a new I got pretty much a new everything besides a new graphics card. So it runs games like pretty well still, and I really haven't felt the need to upgrade the graphics card. But I've been trying to like find more games to play like on PC. Like, most of the games that I would want to play, like, on a PlayStation or something, or Xbox, are, like, on PC. Or at least that I think so. I mean, there's obviously, like, some exclusives. But not enough to make me want to get a non-Nintendo console. I recommend Half-Life for shooters, especially the second game. It's really good at making a bleak situation have some hope to it. Yeah, I've heard people say Half-Life is really good. Yeah. I know I think it's, isn't it made by this, I know it's made by, like, Valve, who made Portal, and I really like those games. So, maybe I'd probably enjoy that. That's another game I want to maybe play at some point. I just haven't, gotten around to it or whatever. Isn't that game also like almost like 25 or 30 years old or something? At least like the first one. I feel like those are pretty old games. Because I remember people saying how they wanted a third one to come out, right? Like with Portal 3 or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. Part of me just doesn't think about it. Oh, I already did this. What the fuck? Part of me just like doesn't think about it, and then I just end up playing the same games over again. Hence why I'm playing Ocarina of Time Randomizer still. Old games are usually great. It's a shame people get turned off by visuals. I mean, it depends on the game. But there's definitely some old games that are really good. But I think, like, I don't know. I kind of think people overhype a lot of, like, N64 games. I say as I'm playing Ocarina of Time. But I don't know. I used to be a really big hater of most N64 games. Because I grew up, like, right after the GameCube came out, pretty much. So I never really played those. And the way I saw it, like, I thought, like, the SNES still looked really good. It, like, perfected, like, how 2D games look, in my opinion. At least, like, for, like, the 16-bit look kind of thing. And the N64 kind of just went backwards, in my opinion. Like, it's obviously, like, the first 3D console, or one of the first, so, like, it makes sense. But in my, like, I'm just kind of, like, iterating what I thought, or have thought, and even still kind of think, but I'm, like, I see more of a, I can see it more from the perspective of someone that grew up in that time now, I think, but I used to be like, this looks like absolute shit, like, why would you ever play something like this? Like, just play a GameCube game, it looks a million times better. Like, there's definitely my bias and, like, growing up with the GameCube and everything. But, honestly, like, games like Mario Sunshine and shit still look good today. But I think games like Mario 64, like, they're okay. But, let's be honest, they kind of look like shit. Hot take, maybe. But it's like a fine game. But people always try and say it looks good still. Or they're like the best games ever. Like, no. Just because a lot of people grew up in that era. And actually, I think it's getting to the point where a lot of people that grew up during, like, the GameCube era are starting to get old enough to have their opinion out, like, be more out there than the people that grew up with the N64, which I am glad about. So, I mean, that's, like, the era that I'm in. And I'm getting my opinion out there. So, my only hope is that Nintendo realizes that and stops pandering to the people who are in, like, their 40s who grew up with the NES and still thinking that they're in their, like, 20s. Or even, like, N64, like, come on. I used to think GTA San Andreas looked like real life Los Angeles, so I get it. Yeah, I mean, we all kind of have, like, those thoughts about older games. I mean, I'm not gonna say, like, the GameCube looks, like, perfect. Like, it definitely does not look as good, obviously, as, like, games now. But I think, like, most games had, like, a style where it still kind of holds up. Like, it's not, like, HD or anything, but it still kind of, like, holds up. I also have never played, really any GTA game. So whenever, like, the 6th one comes out, that's another game that I kind of want to play. Because I feel like those games are really fun, but I just never really got into them. But yeah, basically, people need to appreciate the GameCube more, is what I'm saying. I don't really know why I'm coming over here. I don't think there's really anything I can do. Oh, actually, I planted this bean, so. GameCube seems good. I should get one. Have you never played one? I mean, I'll be honest, like, if you want to get the best quality out of a GameCube, you should probably just, like, emulate it. Because, like, you can do some amazing things with, like, a good enough PC and, like, Dolphin. Like, you can make GameCube games look amazing. Like, I was just replaying some of, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door with, like, a widescreen hack and, like, an HD texture mod and everything. And it's amazing, the things that you can do with that. Fuck. But if you want to be, like, authentic, I guess you could get an actual GameCube. But it's not like Nintendo's making any money off of it anymore anyway, so... Grew up on PS2, I still have a CRT TV. Oh, wow. So I guess, like, in the same era, you just didn't play a GameCube. That makes sense. I know people that are like that. Yeah, so... Definitely, well, I don't know if I'd say, like, underappreciated system, but I think, like... It's definitely getting more recognition now. But I feel like it's kind of... It was definitely, like, underappreciated when it was, like, actually out. I feel like people... Well, it was, like, the worst selling console of the generation, right? So... I feel like people just were kind of turned off by it, but there's, like, so many amazing games on the GameCube. I feel like it's almost like the Wii U. Although most of the Wii U games have been re-released on Switch, so that doesn't really matter. Oh. I'm glad I didn't buy that other shield now. But yeah. If you never played any GameCube games before, and you like Nintendo games. Like, I don't even play many third-party games, but I think that there's a pretty good amount of those on there as well. But I'm even just, like, first-party Nintendo games, there's a ton. I almost kind of want to replay Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, like, on stream or something. Because I haven't played it fully in a long time. By the way, is this game good? I mean, Ocarina of Time, just like vanilla Ocarina of Time is usually, I feel like it's considered, like, I feel like it's at the top of, like, most people's, like, best game ever list. Most of the time, so, yeah, I'd say Ocarina of Time is a pretty good game. I will say it's a game that I considered very overrated for a while, and I still kind of do. But I can understand why people appreciate it so much after seeing some of the stuff that the emulator can, or that the randomizer can do, like how well thought out a lot of stuff is. So, like, and this is like, I mean, I guess I never really, like, said it, but this is a randomized version of the game where... Like, all the items are in random locations, and there's, like, random colors and everything, so... in terms of the vanilla game, whoa, that's a weird effect. I think the vanilla game is... It's okay, but honestly, the randomizer just being able to, like... It's basically like a giant, like, treasure hunt throughout the whole game, and if you know where stuff is, like... I don't know, it's very exciting, very fun. It's different every time. But I'd say just the vanilla game is, like, not as fun. Like, I like Majora's Mask better than this game. But Majora's Mask is a harder game to randomize. Like, it's still fun, but it's... I don't know, I've tried playing the randomizer for that game, and it's just kind of difficult to, like, manage everything. And this is coming from someone who... who has played Majora's Mask a lot. Took a while to register, it was randomized, but then I saw the cow in the cave. Oh, that cow is... that cow is normally there. That's, like, supposed to be there. But, like, I don't even remember what I just got from that Skulltula, but it's usually supposed to be, like, a token, but I don't know if it was this time. I honestly don't even remember. But yeah, all the items are just like in different locations. And like all the story is just kind of like non-existent and everything. There's not really any like anything to slow you down. You can kind of just go at your own pace, which I really like. I have everything in the game that would be like a story roadblock. I just have one of the settings you can change is to make it just like open. So I just have everything pretty much like open. And I think it's very fun. But yeah, if you're not like familiar with the original game, it can be kind of difficult to maybe like get into. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of just have to be familiar with stuff. Do you speedrun this? I saw you do some stuff with a bomb and I'm like, this cannot be an intended feature. No, I'm really not like a speedrunner or like competitive in any sense really. I just play these like for fun. I have played a lot of them, so honestly I probably could like get to the point. If I was like on someone of my like skill level and I have not really done like any glitches really in this game. I'm not like a glitch speedrunner or anything like that. I don't usually do any of the glitches. So if I was like racing against someone who is kind of like on my skill level, I think it could be a good competition. The problem is I feel like a lot of people who race these games like they use glitches and stuff like that. And I guess I don't like try and optimize anything. Like I just kind of play the game. Like I definitely have certain places that I check. I guess I do kind of. I optimize it in like a way. Like I know where most things are. I'd say I have a good familiarity with where pretty much everything is in the game, like all the checks. But I don't have like a route. Like throughout this whole stream, I feel throughout this stream specifically, I feel like I've been kind of just bumbling around, and this is my like I don't even know how many seeds of this I've played. So, and I've said this before, but I kind of feel like speedrunning, just kind of in general, is kind of boring to me. Like, not knocking on anybody that does it. I know there's a lot of people that love to do that, and that's, you know, props to them. I just kind of feel like it's something that I couldn't really do because it requires, like, practicing a lot of specific things a lot of times. And I feel like that would get kind of boring for me after a while, just, like, practicing, like, glitches or, like, tricks, like, over and over again to make sure you get it down. So I'm always amazed by like watching people though. Like I think it's so cool the way people can do things in certain games. Like I used to be really into watching like the Games Done Quick streams and whatever, like Awesome Games Done Quick or Summer Games Done Quick or whatever that is that they do. Like, I think that's so cool that people can do that. It's just not for me. So, I just play it casually. And I used to be, like, way more into it, I'd say. But lately, I've been kind of burnt out with it. So, this is, like, my first seed. And probably since, like, the beginning of the year. Just because I wanted, so this is like the PC port that they like, that they like deconstructed or reconstructed that they were working on. And they just added like randomizer features to it, or like more randomizer features than what were in it previously with like the latest updates. So I've been wanting to play it. Games done quick seems terrifying. Can you imagine fumbling a run in front of thousands of people? Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't know how I mean, obviously it's like people that like watch, or people who practice that, doing that, like, I'd say pretty much full time. Maybe sometimes even like for a living, like streaming, like their whole thing. Specifically streaming like those games. They speedrun, like they're really good at that one specific game. So I think they usually know what they're doing, but I'm sure there's like a whole like compilation or whatever that you can find of people like fucking up. But no, for the most part, people are really good at that, and it's very cool that people. Like I always am very interested in like people being interested in something, if that makes any sense. Like I think people I think it's very interesting to hear the things that people are interested in. I guess that's a good way to put it. Because when someone's like passionate about something, just like the way they talk about it is really cool. I feel like, at least, I mean, I'm like that, and I like hearing about other people that, you know, are very passionate about like things. It's just interesting to me, so I don't know. I think it kind of shows that like people have like a personality or whatever. Not to say that people who aren't like hyper interested in things aren't like don't have a personality, but like I feel like it almost makes them more of an interesting person a lot of the time. So yeah, anyway, I feel like a lot of those people that run those games, a lot of people that run those games know them pretty well, so most of them don't fuck up a lot of the time, but I would be, you're right, I would be very scared to mess up in front of people. So I would not want to do that. That's just me. It's cool to have hobbies. Yeah, it is. We love hobbies. Although it's kind of weird because I feel like whenever people ask me what I like to do for fun, I never really know what to say. Like I say like video games or whatever, but I feel like that's kind of like generic. Like I just started a new job, so I've been meeting a lot of people, and people always ask me like what I like to do for fun, and I really don't like do much. I feel like a good answer to that would be like stuff that you do outside of like media consumption. So like, but I don't do a lot of stuff out of that doesn't involve media consumption, like video games or like TV, which probably sounds kind of sad, but I mean it's true. A big part of my day is spent watching TV or playing video games. I mean, I usually say I enjoy like computers and stuff because I think that's kind of a more of a niche thing. Like I've always been kind of interested in that and like how they work, and like when I was saying, when I was just upgrading my computer parts, it was really fun for me to just like figure out how everything works and fits in the way that it does. I used to be really into like soft modding my I guess specifically my Wii, but also eventually I did with like my Wii U and 3DS. And not necessarily like programming, although I do have some experience with that from like school. But I'd say just like figuring out the way things work, and like like figuring out why things don't work sometimes is like that, like technology related, is fun for me. Honestly, maybe I should have gone into like an IT profession or something. Is Link carrying a gun? What's the sound there? Oh, it's like a hook shot. So it's like a thing that can it's like a grapple hook kind of in a way. You can like grab onto things that are far away, you know. Pretty cool. Very Zelda-esque item. The 3DS is really easy to hack. Demolishes console. I mean, that never happened with a 3DS that I've had. Although, if you asked me how to, like... I probably modded it, like... Oh, it has to be, like, 3 or 4 years ago at this point is the last time I really messed around with it. So if you went and asked me, like, how to go about, like, updating the mods that I have on it, I would not be able to tell you. Because, like, most of the guides are made for, like, new hacking it. So there's not I feel like there's not many good guides on how to, like, upgrade the mods I already have. And I know with the 3DS specifically, there is a few different ways to mod it that, like, use different ways to access, like, hacking it or whatever. And some of them are better than others. And I don't even remember which one I have installed on my 3DS. But I have done that with my Switch, where I modded it and I got it to the point where, like, you're not supposed to go online if you have a modded Switch because Nintendo kind of knows and they'll ban you from going online. So I ended up doing that accidentally, and I got my Switch banned from, like, you could not access anything online. So I had to buy like a whole new Switch console a few years ago. So that was not fun. Wasn't there like one with the ninja game? Yeah, Cubic Ninja. That was like the first. That was the first game that people used to hack to mod the 3DS. That was like back. See, like I even remember when that was like first happening. Like I was following that so closely. I still follow the guy that came out with that mod on Twitter, but he doesn't really do much anymore for the hacking scene, I don't think. But now they have, like, you can do it with, like, whatever. I think you just go on, like, the internet browser and you can do something or something. Maybe that's on the Wii U, I don't really remember, but yeah, it's, like, way more advanced now or whatever. If the Switch let you mod it, it would compete pretty well with the Steam Deck. I mean, it's not that it doesn't let you mod it, it's just Nintendo hates modding, you know, so obviously they're not going to be okay with you modding it. So like they're never going to be okay. So I don't know. I haven't looked at like the Switch hacking scene in a while, so I don't know if there's like new stuff that's come out where you can go online now or something, or if they're less strict with like banning people. So I don't know. I've been kind of scared to do it because I know that I'll probably fuck something up and ban my Switch from going online again or something. But yeah, I've seen people running like everything on like the Steam Deck. It almost makes me want to get one just to be able to play like Dolphin or emulators on it or something. Because the Steam Deck is probably way more powerful than the Switch. But it's also like thicker, right? So there's kind of like trade-offs. Because I've seen people like, I think, didn't Steam post like an official picture of it with like a Switch emulator like running on it or something? So yeah, they got Switch games emulated on it. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, they have everything, so I can imagine that it's pretty powerful. I mean, it has to if it runs most games or whatever. that are on Steam and the Switch, apparently. It's crazy what people can do. I always say this. I'm so impressed by like the stuff people are able to do with like technology that they're given. Like it amazes me so much. It continues to amaze me. It's just so cool. The things that people are able to get running on other things is just it's wild to me. But yeah, that stuff always impresses me. The calculator hackers are the coolest. Yeah, people putting software on like a TI-84 or whatever. That's so cool. I did even look. I looked into that because I have like a TI-84. I've had one since like high school, and I remember I always like tried to look how to put like games on it or whatever, but I don't think I could ever figure it out, or I just like got lazy and stopped trying. I don't think it's that hard though. Wait, what the fuck? I didn't think I went. But yeah, I think people have gotten like a port of like Mario Bros. Or Super Mario Bros. On there or something like that. Like that's amazing. What the fuck? Especially on like the newer ones that probably have like better hardware in it too. Like that's it will always amaze me. And I feel like a lot of people just kind of take it for granted too. Like I feel like a lot of people don't really like they'll just like mod something without really thinking about like the implications or how much hard work it took. Not saying like that's wrong or whatever, but I think it's cool to look at the progress that people make with that. BRB glasses slipped out and a lens popped out? Oh shit. I know the feeling. Hopefully you get it popped back in. That is literally the worst. I hate when that happens. I need to get new glasses. My left lens, which doesn't even have a prescription in it, so I really could just like pop it out, but then it would look weird. My left lens has like a huge scratch in it, and I've had these glasses for like a year and a half, and it's had that scratch in it pretty much this entire time. Like like I'd say like a month after I got them, I got that scratch in it, which is so shitty. So, I know the feeling of wearing glasses. I don't know. But yeah, even stuff like this, like literally what I'm playing right now, this PC port of an N64 game that, that like runs at 60 FPS. It has a randomizer built in, like just the randomizer itself, like not even counting the PC port, just the way that people are able to modify an old game in general is just so cool. Yeah, it's that like decompiled version or reconstructed version of Ocarina of Time that people were working on after it got like, I don't know if it got like leaked online or whatever, but people have been working on it for a while. So this is a version of that, and they finally added like decent features, decent randomizer features. Yeah, I don't know if it was because it leaked or if they were just like actually reconstructing the entire game's code or whatever. I mean, I know like to get this to run, I had to provide like like a ROM basically, which I think like that's what keeps it from being, from what they're doing, from being illegal, because they make the user provide like their own ROM to provide a lot of the copyrighted assets or whatever. Like the game isn't even called like Ocarina of Time PC port. It's called like Ship of Harkinian, which I don't even know what that is, but I know it's so cute. They like treat it like a whole product or whatever. It's so cool. They have like little like Nintendo Direct style videos that they use to announce new features sometimes, and it's animated in the style of like the Zelda CDI games. It's really cool what they're doing with this. I think if you can download it legally, it means it's a rebuild like Sonic 3 Air. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like they rebuilt it from the ground up, like with the Mario 64 PC port. I think it's similar to that. But they recently like incorporated the randomizer features into the program itself. So I'll show you, like literally if I bring up like the settings, I guess you can't see it that much, but there's a whole section up here just for randomizer, and you can click like randomizer settings, and there's all this stuff here. So normally you'd have to like get your own N64 ROM, and it would like spit out an N64 ROM, or like you could make it spit out like a Wii Virtual Console version. Did I already get that guy? Yeah, I think I did. So with this, it's all just kind of like in one thing, and they modded it so it runs at like 60 FPS, and yeah, you can change like everything like on the fly. It's really cool. Even if you're just playing it like the vanilla game, like without the randomizer, it still has like all that stuff. Yeah, you can play the whole game vanilla without the randomizer. I think there's even like mods that you can add to it too. Oh, I should close that. Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's super cool. I don't know how they got it to work, but I think it's super cool that they got it to work. That's kind of my philosophy with a lot of things like this. I don't really know that many specifics about it, but I think it's cool as fuck that it exists. So and like they're still updating it with like new features and stuff too. I remember when it first came out, it didn't even have like 60 FPS, and then they came out with an update where they added that. And like I said, they come out with like these Nintendo Direct style videos for like every update just to be cute with it. It's really cool. I love these kinds of mods. Just making stuff run on modern hardware is so hard. Yeah, exactly. Like, you could just emulate it and stuff too on like Dolphin or Project 64 or whatever, which people do. But it's so cool that it like natively runs on the computer, I guess. Which, I mean, I kind of know the difference. Like, I know that there is a difference, but I don't... I mean, I guess I understand how it works. Like, it's compiled for like the processor that it runs on instead of being emulated to run like on the N64 processor or whatever. But like, I don't know like I don't know on like a deeper level beside like below that, I guess, really. I just kind of know like higher level. But they have it running like, there's a version of it that runs on like a modded Switch. I think there's a version that runs on, I don't know, they have a few different ones. So like if I wanted to, I could, if I had a modded Switch right now, I could run it on that, which is super cool. I don't know how well it runs, but I'm sure that if they got it working on there, it runs at least decently well. would be neat if they made a mobile build. Actually, let me check. They have like a whole list in their Discord server of like downloads. They have Windows, Linux, Mac OS, Wii U, and Switch. So yeah, I guess you could get this for like a Wii U as well. And Switch. And I'm sure people have like tried, I'm sure this could definitely run on like an iPad or something. Like with an M1 chip or something. I have a MacBook with like an M1 chip and those are powerful as fuck. And I know the iPad Pro runs on that. I've seen the iPad Pro can run Dolphin pretty much flawlessly. So I'm sure someone could make a build of this for like iOS. Or iPad OS, I guess. Or Android, I'm sure. I don't really know that much about Android, but I'm sure people could make it work. I mean, I don't really know that much about how like iOS or iPad OS like works like internally, but I mean, I use it, so I understand more about it, I guess. But yeah, this would be cool as fuck to play on like a iPad or an iPhone. Honestly, an iPhone 13 or 14 could probably run this as well. Because I've done it myself. I've ran Dolphin on my iPhone 13 Pro. And I don't think I really have any issues with it. The only issue was I didn't have a controller because they only recently added support for Switch Pro controllers. So I haven't actually tried to go back and do it again, but I should. It just requires like side loading it using like a whole other program, which isn't really that hard. It's just kind of annoying. Because the way that Apple like gatekeeps their like installing third-party software is kind of stupid. Like you have to like refresh the install every like week or something. I don't know, it's really dumb. But yeah, I'm sure someone has gotten this working on an iPad or something. I'm sure if it can run on Mac OS, it can run on iOS. Actually, I say that, but I think they're actually kind of different. I'm gonna have to hop out. I'm stuck in slow charge till I get paid, so my battery is going out and I can't really keep watching. Good luck with streaming. You're pretty good at it from what I've seen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, have a good night then. Don't want to lose your battery. That makes complete sense. Thank you for coming, and thank you for saying that as well. Hopefully you'll come for other streams too. I mean, I stream this fairly occasionally. I stream really whatever, so I appreciate you saying that though. So yeah, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Yeah. I welcome you here anytime, obviously. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone else was still here. No one else was really saying anything. So we'll have to see. I'm trying to like think of things to do still. I know there was this, and then there was a few Skulltulas in here. Wow. 3 for 3. Let's go. I'm getting all these keys, but I can't go in like any of the dungeons. Can't do Malin yet. I need it to be night. Guess we'll just wait. Oh wow, I guess nobody else was here still. Okay. Well, I don't know how much longer we'll keep streaming then. I really just need 2 Ganon keys, and then we'll be able to finish. So, I guess that's only been like an hour. I have like a few more things I want to do, but you know. Also, I'm drinking water out of this, not anything else. I normally have like my Brita water bottle, but I left it at my boyfriend's apartment, so I don't have it right now. Unfortunately. So like there's 2 Skulltulas we can get here, I think. Oh, Guy and Nagila, you're still here. Of course. Should not have doubted you. How much Dead by Daylight have you played? I've really only I've played like the tutorial, multiple tutorials. There's like 3 or whatever. And then I've played like a few matches. I played I think like 2 just on my own, and then I played like 2 or 3 with Tim as survivors. Honestly, like playing as the killer is kind of boring. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I thought playing as the killer would be more fun, but like after playing the tutorial, I think it was kind of boring. Ugh, fuck you, bomb. Fuck you, bird. Wow. Why? Do you usually play as the killer? I don't know, it just wasn't like fun. 50 shekels? Oh my god. I am Jewish. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just more to do as like the survivor, so the tutorial is boring, but killer is way more intense. Really? I feel like killer isn't as intense because you're like controlling what happens. Like, I don't know. And you can't like run as fast. I don't know. It is kind of cool though that it's like 2 kind of different gameplay styles. Like killer is in first person and the survivors are in third person. I always thought that was kind of cool. I feel like it's more intense as the survivors though. Killer has to sweat your ass off where survivors can eat Doritos and still win. Not from what I've seen. Maybe all the... I mean, usually I just watch Tim play, so maybe he's just bad. But from what I've seen, like, it's really hard for the survivors to actually win. Like, I don't know if we won any of the matches that I played. Low rank for sure. The survivors are dim. Well, yeah, I guess I did just start playing the game, so I guess people are just kind of dumb when you first start playing. But still, I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'll play it at some point on stream or something. Tim said he wanted to play with Josh or something. So maybe we'll all stream it sometime. That'll be kind of fun. If he wants to. If they both want to. But I know there's not like voice chat or anything, and me and Tim always talk on we were talking on the phone when we were playing, so maybe you could consider that cheating, I guess, but it's fine. Already got this one. Wait, what's the third? Oh no, I have 2 beans left. Okay. I think I got all the other ones. I got Graveyard, Forest, Death Mountain Trail, Lake Hylia, Gerudo Valley, and then I just have the 2 other ones. Okay. So we did get all of them. I'm in a match, so I might not be active in chat for 10 to 20 minutes. Oh shit, I didn't know you played it. I guess I should have guessed from the way you're talking about it, but... Maybe that would be fun to play it, like, with you sometime if you wanted to. I kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like I never have enough viewers to actually play multiplayer games like that together. I feel like that would be fun to do with something. Even with like Jackbox or something, that would be fun. I don't know what else there is to do. What do I have? I have the boomerang. I cannot go... I guess I could go inside the fire temple, but I don't know how far I could get. Wait, I just got the... Oh no, I don't have iron boots. Can't go inside water, can't go inside forest, can't go inside spirit. Can't go inside shadow. I think the only thing we can do right now is go into the fire temple. I literally can't think of anything else to do as a child. Unless there's shops I didn't go to, which could very well be the case. But yeah, I feel like that whenever we were playing like Mario Kart the other day, that was really, or the other day, that was like months ago. But that was really fun. That's like my hope. I hope like someday I can get like a big enough audience where we can play a game like Mario Kart or Dead by Daylight or even fucking like whatever, just online. That'd be so fun. But for right now, we're just playing Ocarina of Time, as usual. Yeah. Guess we'll just go to the fire temple, because I really can't think of anything else. Like, unless I got a Ganon's Castle key, but I don't think I did. I wish you could check the keys. I really don't like that you can't do that. We don't even have the Ocarina, so we can't do anything. That's gonna be the... That's like the... There's always like one item that always holds me up, and that's clearly the one for this run, I guess. See, I can't even warp there. Fuck. All I have is the hammer and a dream. What can I even do? I don't think I can even do anything with the hammer. I can't get past Mido. I don't think there's really anything I can do in there. We can't go into any of the Great Fairy Fountains. I'm pretty sure I got everything that I can get with the hammer. Oh. I guess... Wait. What did I... I just planted a new bean. Where was that? It wasn't the graveyard. I planted a bean... Oh, it was in the forest. Okay, so there's like that. That's like one thing though. Do I really want to go back to the forest just for that? Did I get both things with the mask? I don't remember. Red Hood Dragon, you were here still? You were here too? Wow. Okay. Good night then if you're going. Glad you could be here. Always great having you. Yeah, I guess we'll just go to the fire temple. Maybe I'll check these shops one more time, but I think I got everything. I think that might have been like a Skulltula that I might actually get, because we're pretty close to 40. Ban me. Dimer Boy, you were here too? Wow, everyone was here and just so silent. I mean, I was having a pretty full-on conversation with the Mzov guy, but that doesn't mean you can't say anything. Why would I ban you? I'm not banning anyone. I'm always here just quietly. Yeah, that's okay. We love our lurkers here. No shame in lurking. I do it all the time too. So don't even feel bad about it. I'm always here just quietly, but peace. Okay, goodbye. If you're leaving. But yes, I always lurk too, so don't even feel self-conscious about it or anything. I don't know if you do. Sometimes I do, because I don't really... Well, I always do it with, like, people that don't actually or already have a lot of like interaction. So like I always whenever I watch like the H3 podcast live, I always just lurk. But I'm also not a member, so it's not like I can say anything anyway, because I always have like a members only chat. Not that I really feel well, yeah, whenever I'm watching something like that big, I feel like it's almost just kind of stupid to try and chat, because when there's a million people saying stuff, like, what are the odds they're even going to see it? Unless it's like a super chat or something. See, that's the beauty with me, because I barely have anyone that chats. Your message will always get seen. Mark my words. Unless I have like 100 people here or something like I did the other day, or on the first stream, but that seemed to be an anomaly, so. Let's just say for the future, your chat will be seen. You can make that safe assumption. That's like 200 minerals. 200 vitamins and minerals. Yeah, Link really needs those. I'm sure he's been lacking on those. Especially because he hasn't eaten anything in like 7 years, canonically. I don't know why the fire textures look kind of weird in this. Maybe that's because of like the ROM that I'm using? I have no idea. Why did he only take 2 hits last time? No matter how much damage you do to him, he always takes 3 cycles, which is stupid. Oh god, get up. I would hate to do this without the hammer. I don't know if I've ever had to do that fight with bombs, like in the randomizer. I feel like I always come here after I have the hammer. Or like, I'll come here without the hammer, but I also don't have bombs, so it's not like I can even fight him to begin with. Oh, there's the... Wow, I had to come in here to find the Goron tunic? That's kind of shitty. Ooh, it's green. I feel like that shouldn't be in the logic like that, but maybe it is. But now we're like a green, happy little Easter bunny, so that's kind of cute. Wait, Link's colors are normally green, but not like this green. This is like, doesn't he have a lighter colored green and like Link to the Past or something? I don't even remember. This is like this is literally Link to the Past Link, because he's like a bunny. Although isn't he, I think he's like a purple bunny in that game, so. Or a pink bunny. So I guess it's not really like that. Do we have the boss key? If so, I'm gonna... No, I don't. Damn. I don't think I have any boss keys. Show the key. I don't have it. I'd show you it if I had it. See, I can't go in here. Navi's yelling at me right now, but I have her thing turned off because she's annoying, so she can't actually yell at me. But if it wasn't turned off, she'd be yelling at me. Just die because our random is a bot? Oh, damn. Wait, I thought you said that you didn't like playing as the survivors. So why are you playing as a survivor? Or were you playing a different game? I guess I just assumed you were playing Dead by Daylight because that's what you were asking about. You said playing as the killer was way more intense. I guess I just assumed that's what you were playing as then. My bad. I guess I made an ass out of you and me because I assumed it. Oh, I just said Survivor was easier. Oh, there's the Ocarina. Damn. Okay, I guess that's what you said. You're right. Wow, so I really did have to come in here to progress. Unless by some miracle that one Skulltula in the forest is the other Ocarina, which would make me kind of surprised. I don't know why I keep those on. Honestly, I've seen runs where people just keep the hover boots on like all the time, and they just deal with the slippery physics. I could not do that. Well, actually, sometimes I do actually do that, but for like the whole run, I don't think I could. And we don't need to go in there because they're just 2 keys. So, what songs do we have? We have Song of Time and Epona. Oh, we do have the Song of Time. Oh, so I can get that other thing. Okay. See, what perfect timing. Oh, it's not that. Anyway. Oh. NVIDIA wants to install a new graphics driver. Can we not do that right now, please? Literally the worst time. Usually I'm all for updating my system, but not when I'm in the middle of doing something. I feel like people always bitch about that, like it's like a meme now, Windows like updating when you don't want it to, and like messing stuff up. I've literally never had that happen before. Maybe it's just because I go in and like make sure stuff is updated, like manually, but I've never had, like even when it's installed like automatic updates, I've never had Windows ever like mess anything up. And for the first, like, well, not first, but I was like an early adopter to Windows 8 too, and it still didn't mess anything up. Wait, what warp songs do we have? Oh, we have Serenade and Nocturne. Another nice thing they added is skipping. Well, I guess I thought they skipped more than that. Oh well. So we have Song of Time and Epona's song. So we can go to Gerudo Valley. That's probably what it wants me to do, actually. I think that's really the only other thing I can do. Serenade doesn't get us anywhere. We can't go in the Shadow Temple because we don't have Din's Fire. I'm really low on health. Is there some hearts in here? I just realized that. I don't want to die. That would be embarrassing. I don't think I've ever died in a run. Oh, we have 40 Skulltulas. I should get that. I guess it's nice having that counter right there. Even though I almost just forgot about it. Okay, that helped. A heart piece right as I needed it. Yeah, I think this is like the only thing that we can do besides that one thing in the forest that I might actually go do. What is wrong with the... Oh, first of all, what is wrong with those graphics? That's really weird. But I was going to say, what is wrong with the Switch Pro Controller stick? It's like so sensitive. It is not meant for... It is not meant for these C buttons. I mean, it really wasn't. The C buttons are meant for an N64 controller. We'll check this and then go to Gerudo Valley, because I'm curious. Probably not going to like 100% this. Oh, I can get the Song of Storms too. Fuck. And I can do that other minigame. So I guess this is not literally the only thing that we can do. Wait, I can't even... Oh, you bitch. I can't get through there yet. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, both of those other things are... Oh no. I should go back and get the Song of Storms. Should I? No, let's just go to Gerudo Valley. There's more pickups there. And we have the Gerudo card. That's why I said I think it wants me to go there. Wow, I probably run faster there on... I probably run faster there with the bunny hood instead of on Epona. That's really funny. Yeah, sorry I don't have like that much else to talk about. Not really much has been happening. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I really wish there was another like Mario Galaxy mod for me to play. But I've like tried looking, but there's not like a ton. I feel like I've played like all the ones that are actually like worthwhile playing. That's not probably sounds really bad, but like, you know what I mean. Maybe you don't, I don't know. I'm not gonna get that other one before. Damn. But yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't really looked in a few months. So maybe I should try and look a little more. But I feel like I'm in like most of the Discord servers for all the ones I've played. And like there's not really, I mean there's like progress that I see, but it's obviously like few people working on it, so it takes a long time, so there's not like a ton of rapid progress. And like I've seen some where they're just like level, they must be like level competition compilation things. So maybe I could look into playing one of those or something. I think I've seen a few of those. But honestly, some of those levels seem like they can be really hard. Or, like, I think I played one of those. I think one of the ones I played was something like that. And the levels were just kind of hard. Oh. Okay, well, I don't have a key, so sorry, I can't rescue you. I need it to be night here. I should just start with the Song of Sun Song from now on. The Song of Sun Song. And then if I'm going to make it night, I may as well stay out here to get this other Skulltula. Which means we're waiting. Which means I'm going to take another drink of water. But yeah, yeah, I've tried looking on some of these other places, like, well, let's see. Comp downloads. So yeah, there's like some, I guess these are pretty new. So there's like a thing called like Luma's Workshop, which I guess is like where people have had competitions or something. So I guess there's like 3 of them. So maybe I could play that. But they were like made for a competition, so I don't know. I guess these happen a lot. It looks like people are actively submitting submissions for the competition, for this competition. So maybe I'd play something like that. Oh, they have a whole tab for mod releases. Oh yeah. Mario Lost Levels, that's what I played. Mario 63, we played that one. Cloudy Plains Galaxy? See, like, there's a lot of these ones that are more like one-off things. Oh, I guess you can't see it, but it's not really something I need to show. I'm just kind of looking through. But yeah, a lot of these ones, a lot of these people just have like one, like a one-off level or something. So it's not really good for like a whole stream, I feel like. Whenever they have like a demo like that one I played, it was like 30 stars. That one was super fun. That was honestly probably my favorite one since Mario Starshine. It was like not too hard. It seemed like it was programmed really well. Besides some of the camera angles. It was like easy to know what to do. I was able to complete everything. Like whenever the full game of that comes out, I'm definitely going to play it. Same thing with Mario Starshine. Those ones I definitely want to play. I'm super hyped for that one specifically. Because as I was saying, we love us some Mario Sunshine on this channel. I can't believe my whole... most of the people here probably... I mean, I don't think anyone here is like watching my Let's Plays, and you definitely don't need to. Like, don't. But, one of the ones I did was a Mario Sunshine LP, and the trend back then that I saw like multiple people doing was to like make a whole like level system, like where you can use the annotations to click on certain stars that you want to see done. Like Chugga Conroy was doing it. This other guy that I watched called PK Gam did it with his like walkthrough Let's Play, whatever. So I made one for mine too, and I just thought it was fun, like making all the graphics and everything too. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I didn't go into like actuarial science or like computer science or a field like that, I feel like graphic design probably would have been like my third choice. Or at least maybe like the technical side of like graphic design. I don't know. Because that, like, something like that was really fun making. Obviously, it doesn't even work now. So if you try and go, into like the playlist, I don't think any of it will work because because YouTube got rid of annotations, which kind of sucks actually because I remember putting a lot of work into that. But it's okay. I think some of the graphics look kind of weird, if I'm being honest, looking back. I haven't went back and watched it in a while. But I remember I recorded, like, specific gameplay just for the background videos for those videos. Like, just to have something in the background, and I, like, blurred them and then had the graphics. It was, like, a whole thing. I think the last time I went and like looked at those was before they took annotations away, and it's just fun to like jump between some of them sometimes. Like I said, I don't think they work like at all anymore. But it's fun to like look back in a way. Thieves hideout key. Oh shit, I should go rescue him now. Then I'm gonna have to pay more to get back in. Whatever. I don't know how much we'll be able to do in here because I don't have the long shot. I know we can't go past this room. I always make that mistake. But yeah, I used to put a lot of, like, now that I think about it, I used to put a lot of time into this channel. Like, I don't think any of you guys understand. I was very dedicated. I had, like, absolutely nothing else going on in high school, so... I was, like, weirdly passionate about trying to make my fucking 500 subscriber channel the best it could be. But like I've always kind of had that philosophy. Like if you're gonna my thought is if you're gonna put effort into something, you may as well put the best that you can do into it. Like my thought was if you don't put enough effort into it to like where you can like be perceived as sort of like a channel, or if if you don't put effort in the amount of effort into a channel that would be put into a more popular channel, then how could you ever be perceived in that way? So I guess like my thoughts were like, if I wanted to eventually get to that point, I should do everything in my power that I could to act like I wanted to be at that point with my channel. I don't know, that probably makes no sense. I'm trying to think of how I can better word that. Like, even though I wasn't a big channel, I did everything in my power to be perceived as professional as one, I guess is a good way to put it. So like everything in my power is like making sure everything I put out like is high quality, everything like looks good like graphically, and like I said, I think I don't know, like the kind of like branding that I have now, that I even use now, like I made that in like 2016, I think. I don't know, I think it still kind of looks good now, like the whole like mustache thing with the Aubrey 18 over it. I don't know. I really like it. It's very clean. Like even the thumbnails that I was using, I think like the Grobold font is actually kind of overused. That's the one I was using. And I know a lot of people that use that now, or at least I see a lot of people use that. So I think it's like kind of overused. So I've kind of tried to move away from that with the thumbnails now. Even though they are very good for like thumbnails, but I think it's like a little kind of like overused, and honestly I think it makes I don't know, it just makes it look kind of like, I don't want to say childish, but like kind of childish. It's hard to explain. But I guess I wanted them to be perceived in like a cleaner way, so I changed the font. But like with the outlines of like the thumbnails that I have, like the sort of like colored outline and then the whatever I put in the middle, like I don't know, I really like that look. I think it's very like uniform. It can be applied to a lot of things. Like I remember for a lot of the series I did, it was just kind of colors, but then when I was doing like Mario Galaxy, I forgot I even Let's Played that game. But whenever I was doing that, I just used like a sort of a blue with like some stars in it as the outline. And it's very subtle. Like, I don't know if you can really even notice it, but it's very subtle, but like it's still there, so. It's very transformable to other projects, I guess. And then like when I moved to Twitch, it was able to be made into like a purple color for the VODs. The only things I didn't use it on was like the Twitch highlights that I made. But honestly, I feel like those videos kind of just are, they kind of stand on their own, so I didn't think I really needed to. Anyway. Not to drone on about stuff that I don't really do anymore. Maybe I should play Skyward Sword to finish that Let's Play. What if I just started playing that from like the point I left off on? I think the last part that I did of that was right when I got outside of the Lanayru Canyon. Or caves. No. Maybe it was further than that. Did I get inside the Lanayru mining facility? I don't even remember. Wouldn't that be so funny if I just started making those videos again? But with like the HD version of the game. No. Um the laid back nature of streaming way better. Part of me enjoyed like editing videos, but I think I get honestly like kind of enough of that from editing the Trashy Trio podcast. Even though that's really not like a big thing at all because it's just like audio and gameplay in the background, so it's really not that too much editing. But I think I kind of get like my fix from that a little bit, and then I can just kind of be more laid back on the streams, which I like. I think that's all we can do in here for now. I know I can't go further in that other room because I need the long shot, so... Oh, but we can unlock this. So yeah, I'm just like thinking aloud because nobody else is really here. But that's okay. I do that a lot. If people are here, I would be kind of surprised because it says 0 concurrent viewers. So, like, even if people are watching and just not chatting, why would it still say 0? That kind of confuses me. But anyway, we can go out here. And I think this might be the last thing that I do, and then maybe we'll end. There's like 2 things I can get in the desert, but we can't go any farther than like we don't have the lens of truth, so we can't go to the place with the spirit temple. I mean, I probably could if I like memorized the path that the Poe takes, but I don't have that memorized. See, I can't even a real speedrunner, a real competitive Ocarina of Time a real competitive Ocarina of Time randomizer player would have that whole path memorized. Come on, self. Where's your dedication? No. That's too much effort. This, on the other hand, is not a good idea to do at night. I'm literally squinting. This is, like, actually kind of difficult if you're doing it at night. Like, I have to actually, like, kind of think where I'm going. Okay. I've definitely gotten lost in here, like, multiple times before. Okay, there. Which is, like, the point. But I've, like, actually gotten lost. When it's really not that hard. It's not hard when you can see. Oh, there's the other ocarina. Literally useless, but thank you. Luckily we have fire arrows. Honestly, after this, what else can we do? Stop. Oh, maybe I should go back. Actually, yeah, that's a quick warp. Okay, so we'll actually... We'll... There, why didn't that work? Okay, so we'll go get the Song of Storms, which will probably not actually be the Song of Storms, but what is in place of the Song of Storms, because we have the Ocarina. And that'll end. And what will I do after that? There's like 1 pickup as a child. Oh, we have the scale now. Okay, we can do a lot of stuff actually. So, don't mind me. I forgot we got that. So we can go in Zora's Domain and everything as a child. Unless this happens to be Zelda's Lullaby. Wouldn't that be funny? No, it's just a Deku-Knot. It's not even the upgrade. Okay, fuck you. Alright. So... next time, we will maybe finish this? I don't really know. I want to finish the seed, even though I know that people are probably not really interested in it, but I just want to finish it for my own sake. And then maybe we'll play something else. I don't really know what to play after this. Maybe I'll look into playing those, like, Mario Galaxy competition mods or whatever. I'll look into those more and see what they consist of, because there's like 3 so far. I think there's a new one in November, so maybe we can play that then. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I don't think anybody's here, but if you happen to be, thank you for being here. Remember to like the stream if you liked it. I don't know if that really helps that much, but I like seeing the numbers go up, so if you like the stream, it would very much help. And I also don't think that anybody is here that is not in the chat, or nobody's here to begin with, but if you happen to be here lurking and you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs so I can be a partner. So that would be very helpful. And yeah, next time, probably more Ocarina of Time. Oh, Guy Nagilly, you're still here. See, that's weird. It literally says on YouTube 0 concurrent viewers. So that's why I did not think anybody's here. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you. You're an OG. I should never doubt you. Should never doubt that you'll be here. But yeah. Sorry the stream is kind of short, but you know, like low viewership and all that. And I'm getting like a little kind of tired. Maybe I'll end up like streaming something with Tim this weekend or something like Dead by Daylight. I don't know. He said he might want to do that, so we'll see. That might be fun. Nice Halloween stream, because it's Halloween next week. That'd be cool. Anyway, thank you for being here, and have a good night. And I will see you in the next stream. Love you all. Good night.